All right, good morning, welcome back. I've been in Spain for about like 10 days or something, so that's why I haven't been posting videos, except the last one that you saw. And we're making progress. Like last time we got the like and dislike button to sort of work, but we didn't get there were some issues with the matching part of the of it, where if I like a user, so if I press like, then we get this thing. But if the other user presses like, then we need both users to be to get notifications that they've been matched. But also, if I accidentally press like and then I press remove it, then on the backend side we also need to remove the like and remove the match. So those are some of the things that we need the kinks that we sort of need to get work out. And yeah. I have to be a little bit quick today because I have about an hour and 30 minutes to work today. So we're going to try to be as efficient as possible and make use of this time instead of feeling like, well, there's not enough time to actually work on it. Because I think we can get quite a lot of stuff done. Like Claude has been amazing actually for this stuff. It just seems to be getting everything almost correct straight away. So it just helps out a lot compared to the previous workflow. And again, Supabase has been amazing. I don't know what I could compare it to. But working with like Amplify and AWS, it felt like being stuck in like quicksand and trying as hard as you can to get out, but it's just like you just don't get anywhere. You're just stuck. And Supabase has been like walking on concrete. It's like super easy. That's the best comparison I can make. All right, so let's try to get first of all, let's try to get Claude to continue his response here. All right, it seems like when I press like now, we do get a match, but we don't get notified about the match. And I think the notification stuff is something that we need to handle on the back end. So we need to create a function, I think, a function that notifies, notify, execute function, notify match deletion. Okay, so I think that it seems like Claude just created this function that isn't actually a function, that function doesn't exist. Matchmaker generate token. So yeah, it seems like that function doesn't actually exist. But wasn't sure that when I so I think it's actually just forgotten to create that function. Okay, it worked. So I went to ChatGPT instead, and what it told me was that you just need to add this thing. And I think that basically just changes one table to be real-time updates based on what it says here. And the idea is whenever that changes on the backend side, you can actually subscribe to it, and it'll probably, I'm thinking that'll be a little bit faster. Alternatively, in the dashboard, blah, blah, blah. Why this matters, SuperPay is real time, the on-proxy, blah, blah, is powered by Postgres, logical replication, not by listen, notify. So your page notify triggers never reach it. Okay. I don't know. And then it says that I could change some other things as well, but we're not going to change those things. All that we want, like removed, match delete detected, like removed. All right. Press like again, press like here, liked, and it's a match. Perfect. But we don't get notified about the deletion, which maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. It might actually make sense to not notify the user about the deletion, because if you're in the middle of the call and someone accidentally presses like after you've already pressed like, you will get a notification saying, oh, it's a match. And then you get super excited and you'll maybe still be on the call. And if the other person then dislikes you and you get a notification during the call that the match was removed, then it wouldn't be very fun. I don't know. Maybe for transparency, that's a good idea. We could also add like a timer of some kind, so that when you press like, you don't instantaneously send the notification of the match. You wait like 15 seconds, and then if the match is still there, then you notify the user that it's a match, just to make sure that if someone accidentally presses like, then we still give some time for that user to retract their like without ending up in the awkward position of the other user finding out that they've been liked. Okay, so that works. Don't match users that have already talked. We can mute, compress pictures, load matches on the client side. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to have on the matches page, we want to show our matches in some way. We just want to display them. So let's do that. Actually, let's go to Git. All right, now we get our matches. Let's see if we run it on my phone as well, just to see that it works here too. And we see, I don't know if you can see this, you probably can't, but it says man, 30th of June, 2025. So we have a match showing. So let's cross this out, load matches on the client side. Perfect, that works. We also need to add show okay, navigate to user profile when match is pressed. The next thing is the profile page. So profile picture, we need to update. We need to have a section where you can update or change that. We need to have an about me section, and then we need to compress the pictures before storing them on the backend side so that we don't, well, so that I don't run out of space on Superbase too quickly, because if people are able to upload like 10 gigabyte pictures, then we won't get very far. So that's something that needs to be added. Test a real phone call. Don't match users that have already talked. That makes sense. Speaker / mute. That already talked. Maybe we should add a condition if they've disliked. Well, actually, maybe not this for now. That So the next thing that we really need to fix is to show a profile page of some kind. And once we can show a profile page, then we can solve this problem, and we basically have the app fully working. But I don't think that's going to be too difficult, but I think it's a good place to start for the next video. So this was a super short one, but I'm trying to remember and maintain the idea that something is better than nothing. And so this was something, at least. And it's important that I do it that way if I want to maintain or stay consistent throughout the summer here in Sweden, because I want to do other things too, but I don't want to do what I sometimes have done in the past, which is just completely disregard work for a long time and focus, or rather disregard work for a long time because I have too high standards for working, which means that I won't be happy if I don't only do an hour of work. And so it feels better to just not feel like I have to work, because if I'm going to be happy about myself working, then I, in the past, have needed to spend a lot more time. So now instead, if I reduce that time, I can stay consistent instead, even though I still have a lot of free time in the summertime. which is going to be better and it's going to get me to my goal faster than not doing it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. This whole theory is based on the fact that I've got like I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I've got a 500-day streak on Duolingo. And like I said, I just came back from Spain and I realized that I do actually know a lot more Spanish and I can actually not keep a conversation going, but a lot of times I don't understand English there or struggle with it a lot. So in those cases, I have actually managed to be able to make myself understood in the little bit of Spanish that I've learned in those 500 days. Now that's 500 days of like 1 minute or 2 minutes of Duolingo per day. And it just shows that like staying consistent for a really long time, even if the commitment is really short, it will over time generate something. Like if I spend 1,000 days or if I spend 10,000 days on Duolingo, I will know vastly more Spanish than I knew at the start. Like I knew no Spanish when I started. And so I'm trying to apply that concept here too, like reduce the amount of time that is necessary and just make sure that you're staying consistent with it. And hopefully this consistency over time, almost like water on a mountain, will erode it and will actually accomplish the task. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it and hope I'll see you in the next one.